Hi guys, so my name is Selena. I did an interview with certain professional athletes just to help the younger generation coming up. I know we go through a lot of adversity, a lot of barriers. Sometimes we feel like giving up. Sometimes we go through some struggles, go through difficult situations and don't know how to get through them. So what I did is I actually was able to interview some professional athletes just to let you know that you're not in it alone and that other people do go through it as well. So they actually gave some great advice. Listen in and be ready for the great knowledge. Introduce yourself, your name, where you're from, what you do, and how long you've been doing it.
My name is Camelita Jetter. I am the fastest woman alive. I was a professional athlete from 2007 to 2016. At the 2012 London Olympics, I had a silver medal in the 100 meters, bronze medal in the 200 meter, and gold medal and a world record in the 4x100 meter. I am now coaching at Missouri State University, where I am the associate head coach for sprints and hurdles.
Hey, my name is Adrian. Amos. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. I play for the Green Bay Packers. This is my 5th year in the NFL.
My name's Joe Walker. I'm from Philly. I'm a professional football player, and I've been playing for 16 years.
I'm Sullivan. I play for the Green Bay Packers. I'm from Winder, Georgia, which is north of Atlanta, and I've been playing football since I was 8.
My name is Jared Eaton. I am a 110-meter professional athlete in track and field from Abington, Pennsylvania, born and raised. And I've been running professional track and field since 2012.
I'm Quadriolison. I'm from Niagara Falls, New York. I play football for the Atlanta Falcons. I'm a running back, and I just finished my rookie season, so I'm going into year 2 here in 2020.
What is the hardest decision you ever had to make becoming a professional athlete?
This decision, I think for me, becoming a professional athlete is just like when you get to this level of this level of play and you're living your childhood dream, just realizing that you can't take everybody with you. I think a lot of people want, and that's natural. You want those people that were with you while you were coming up to be there to reap the benefits or to kind of experience and stuff with you, but you also got to take care of yourself first before you can take care of all those other people.
During free agency, where to go and where to sign. Once I became a free agent, after my 4th year, my contract was up, and it's like a long waiting game. So you have to make a decision. What's best for your family, what's best for your future in the NFL and things like that.
Leaving one coach for another.
Okay.
When you first start, you have a certain set of coaches, and sometimes it's what your money can afford or where your talent is at that time. And you grow a love for that coach, and you never want to leave that coach, but then you remember, okay, I actually want to get better too. So that was probably the hardest thing, was leaving one coach knowing I was going to get better with the next coach, but just having to move, having to leave.
If you could tell your younger self something to help you prepare for today, what would it be?
It's going to take a lot of sacrifice. And if you're not willing to sacrifice your time, your relationships, your everything, it's not going to happen. Great people become great because they're selfish. Great people become great because they put themselves first. Great people become great because they are not concerned with bringing everyone along.
Definitely be academics. I was a guy who started off strong when I first got to school, got to college, and then I started slacking once I got more priorities with sports. I started doing more with sports and started doing less in the classroom, and it kind of hurted me because my grades started dropping, and then I had to do more academically, which made me do. It took a lot of time away from my athletics. More time I could have put in athletics, I was making that time up in academics.
Continue to focus on yourself. I felt like early on I was trying to please everybody, and I feel like that hurt me early in my career because I had the opportunity to transfer schools and like high schools, and I just decided to stay. But I think if I would have transferred my senior year and went to another high school that was local, it probably would have set me up better, and my journey wouldn't have been as hard.
always keep the end goal in perspective, whatever that end goal is for you. Like for me, it was okay, I want to go to the NFL, I want to play in the NFL. And if you always keep that in perspective, then you'll take like the precautionary steps and make the right choices and decisions to get to that ultimate end. Because so if you can develop that at a young age, like like I had to when I was younger, like maybe cut off a few of my other friends because they were heading in a different direction than me. So I think that like having that at a young age helped me get to this point, like knowing what to stay away from and what to do, and just always keeping that angle in perspective.
What keeps you or kept you going to pursue your goals even when you were exhausted, you just felt like giving up?
Knowing that I would pray to have the problems that I have right now, back in the day. Like back in the day, I wish for, I hope for being in the NFL. So when I have problems that come with being in the NFL, why would I be complaining? Because this is what I wanted, this is what I asked for.
I was a person that loved to win. I love the energy. I love the people screaming and yelling and the drive. I love that. I do. So that's what kept me going, knowing I would get it at the next meet and the next meet and the next meet.
Just think about how many people want to do what I do. It's not a lot of people that get a chance playing in the NFL. And I just remember how hard it was to get here. So, that just always gives me an extra boost every time I want to quit. Because, we're humans. You don't always feel like working out, running, whatever the case may be.
I think everybody should have a why. You have to, before whatever it is that you're doing, you have to have a reason why you're doing it, whether it's for your family, whether it's for, some people have children. So like whatever it is that you want to do, like always have that why in perspective.
How do you disregard the negativity around you so it doesn't affect you?
It's easy to fall into a negative track, and it's very hard to ignore those traps. Because you might not even understand that you have negative traps, like things that might be playing a video game, as little as that. You just want to keep yourself disciplined with whatever goals that you have. Give yourself daily goals, give yourself a long-term goal, and make sure you accomplish those goals every day. That way you stay on track. That way you can push the negativity to the side.
When you expect a lot of yourself, it blocks out a lot of negativity around you. You just have to believe in yourself and work at it. Things don't come easy. If it was easy, then everybody would be in the same situation. Nothing comes easy. Just got to keep after it, keep working. And when you put in the work in, that brings you confidence. You get nervous a lot when you haven't prepared yourself, but when you continue to prepare yourself each and every day, you're ready for those moments when obstacles come.
I'm a firm believer in you'll find what you're looking for. So if you're looking for negativity and if you're always, looking for this drama, you'll find the drama. So not that it will, there'll be avoidance of it, but, try to seek positivity and surround yourself with positive people, and, you'll see more positive things in your life.
What was a difficult situation or struggle that you had to go through growing up that actually helped you get where you are today?
There's so many things that I can just talk about. I could talk about having to move with my father and leaving, my mom's house. I could talk about losing my aunt to breast cancer and having a Nike contract and still having to smile and kiss the babies when all I wanted to do was crawl up and cry. So, I've had my fair share of trials and tribulations. I always tell people I just look like this, life wasn't always easy. It wasn't always that spoon handed to you. I definitely had to make ways out of a lot of situations. So every hardship that I had made me the person that I am. Every hardship that I had made me that great runner, made me that person that always strived and wanted things more. So all of those hardships just created a monster.
I grew up in a rough neighborhood where it's a lot of pride going on, where basically it's not a lot of people that you listen to. You kind of do whatever you want, you know, and that was like killing me on the football field. And it was like I had started off football and I had people yelling in my face, screaming in my face, and I couldn't take it. You know, I didn't want to play anymore. But then, you know, I had people trying to tell me that it's not how they saying it, it's what they're saying. If you can start to look past of how a coach is talking to you and listen to exactly what is he saying, it really helps you in the long run. Because when I started doing that, I started not just getting better at football, but it started teaching me, you know, life lessons, you know, that I turn to football every day. It's like I'm about to make a regular life bad decision, and then I know, hey, I just get that voice in the back of my head, you know what I'm saying, and it makes me make a better decision.
Just accepting who I am, and you know, in high school, middle school, you're always trying to figure out who you are, and there's a lot of things that try to suppress you, and you want to try to fit in. But I think going and struggling through finding myself in middle school, high school, and then getting to college, I think helped me become the confident person that I am today. Because a lot of things just don't matter in the grand scheme of things, you know. And if I hadn't gone through those struggles at the beginning, then I don't think I would have been sitting here talking to you today. Yeah.